Hi, good evening viewers. You are tuned into Sansad Television. This is the news with me, Rashika. Your one stop for all the important stories of the day. Before the details, a look at today's headlines. At Defence Expo 2022, Prime Minister Modi lays foundation stone of Air Force Station at Disa in Basankantha. Calls indigenization of defence equipment a sign of self-reliance and growing confidence for India. Prime Minister Modi launches mission schools of excellence in Gandhinagar and development projects in Junagadh. Asserts that 5G services will take education system to the next level. Sonia Gandhi congratulates Mallikarjun Kharge on being elected Congress president. Prime Minister and other political leaders sent greetings. Elections in Himachal Pradesh. BJP releases list of 62 candidates. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur to contest from Siraj Vidhan Sabha seat. Congress also releases first list of candidates. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres calls fighting terrorism a global priority. Pays tributes to people martyred in 26/11 attacks. Now, a quick look at our flash segment. India among biggest providers of military and police personnel to UN, including first all-women police contingent, says UN chief. Union Power Minister R.K. Singh says despite high cost, government setting up more storage manufacturing capacities to overcome challenges. Ministry of Youth Affairs organizes month-long Clean India campaign from October 1st. Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal urges Prime Minister Modi to collaborate on developing schools across the nation. Delhi High Court dismisses Samata Party petition against allotting flaming torch symbol to Shiv Sena faction led by Uddhav Thackeray for Andheri by-polls. Supreme Court refuses urgent hearing of petition against release of Ajay Devgan's Thank God. China blocks India and US proposal to list Lashkar-e-Taiba leader Shahid Mohammad as a global terrorist. US terms OPEC Plus decision and oil production a mistake, says it has favored Russia. Inflation in UK climbs to 10.1% in September as country grapples with rising food prices, high energy costs and political uncertainty. Sajan Bhanwal becomes first ever Indian Greco-Roman wrestler to win medal at Under-23 Worlds, beats Ukrainian wrestler to win bronze in 77 kg category playoff. In detailed news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that New India is moving ahead with the mantra of intent, innovation and implementation in the defence sector. Inaugurating the Defence Expo 22 at Gandhinagar in Gujarat, Prime Minister Modi said that a list of 101 items has been released today, which would be procured only within the country. 411 other such equipment of the defence sector will also be bought only under Make in India, in order to make India Atmanirbhar. The Prime Minister asserted that the government has set a target to reach $5 billion of defence exports in the coming times. He also highlighted this is the first defence expo where only Indian companies are participating and it features only Make in India equipment. The Prime Minister also unveiled HTT-40, the indigenous trainer aircraft designed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and launched mission Deaf Space. Prime Minister Modi also laid the foundation stone of Disa Airfield in Gujarat. He said that the forward Air Force base of Disa will add on to the security architecture of the country.
डेफ एक्सपो 2022 का ये आयोजन नए भारत की ऐसी भव्य तस्वीर खींच रहा है जिसका संकल्प हमने अमृतकाल में लिया है। ये देश का ऐसा पहला डिफेंस एक्सपो है जिसमें केवल भारतीय कंपनियां ही भाग ले रही हैं।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh called for collective efforts to address present and emerging threats to security and stability in the Indian Ocean region. He said this while addressing the Indian Ocean Region Plus Defence Ministers Conclave on the sidelines of Defence Expo 2022 in Gandhinagar. He also sought collaboration of Indian Ocean Region countries to tackle terrorism, narcotics and unregulated fishing. Stressing that Indian Ocean is the only ocean that gets its name from a country, the Defence Minister said that it is not only a matter of great pride but also a great sense of responsibility towards it. He said that when peace and security of any region is threatened, the entire world feels its impact in multiple ways.
Terrorism exported, supported or coordinated through maritime routes remains a major concern, and India continues to guard against the spread of terrorism by sea routes. Piracy has been suppressed in the Western Indian Ocean with concerted international effort, and we have to continue our sustained efforts to deter piracy in our own regions.
5G technology will usher in a transformation in education sector in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said today while launching Mission Schools of Excellence in Adajal, Gujarat. He said that 5G will take the education system beyond smart facilities, smart classrooms and smart teachings and take it to the next level. He stressed on the need for getting education in regional languages. He said efforts are underway to make courses in several Indian languages, including Gujarati. The mission has been conceived with a total outlay of 10,000 crore to strengthen education infrastructure in Gujarat. Modi also launched projects worth rupees 4,260 crore rupees during the event.
एक दशक पहले ही गुजरात के 15,000 स्कूलों में टीवी पहुंच चुका था। 20,000 से ज्यादा स्कूलों में कंप्यूटर एडेड लर्निंग लैब्स, ऐसी अनेकों व्यवस्थाएं बहुत साल पहले गुजरात के स्कूलों का अभिन्न अंग बन गई थी। आज गुजरात में 1 करोड़ से अधिक स्टूडेंट्स और 4 लाख से अधिक टीचर्स की ऑनलाइन अटेंडेंस होती है। नए प्रयोगों के इसी सिलसिले को जारी रखते हुए आज गुजरात के 20,000 स्कूल शिक्षा के 5G दौर में प्रवेश करने जा रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid foundation stone of various projects worth rupees 3,580 crore in Junagadh, Gujarat. Addressing a public meeting, Prime Minister Modi said that BJP's double-engine government has brought double speed in the development works. He said that the schemes will generate employment and encourage entrepreneurship. He reiterated that the government is helping the youth at every step of entrepreneurship.
આ યોજના અંતર્ગત અમારા માછીમારોની સુરક્ષા, અમારા માછીમારોની સુવિધા, અમારા માછીમાર ભાઈઓ બહેનોને કારોબાર કરવા માટે આવશ્યક ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર, એના માટે આપણે બળ આપ્યું અને પરિણામે આવ્યું કે 20 વર્ષમાં કોઈ પણ ગુજરાતીને ગર્વ થાય ભાઈઓ.
Prime Minister Modi launched various development initiatives in Rajkot today. He also inaugurated India Urban Housing Conclave 2022. During the public event, more than 1,100 houses built under the Prime Minister's Lighthouse project were inaugurated. Prime Minister also handed over the keys of these houses to the beneficiaries.
અને મને રાજકોટ મોકલ્યો અને તમે મને વધાવી લીધો અને એ જે તમારા આશીર્વાદથી યાત્રા શરૂ થઈ, એ યાત્રા આજે ગુજરાત અને હવે દેશના વિકાસને નવી ઊંચાઈઓ પર લઈ જવાનો અવસર બની ગઈ ભાઈઓ.
Prime Minister Modi also held a road show from Rajkot Airport to Racecourse Ground. And moving on, senior Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge has been elected the new party president after defeating Shashi Tharoor in an electoral contest. Congress Central Election Authority Chairman Madhusudan Mistry announced that the 9,385 votes polled, Kharge got 7,897 votes. Shashi Tharoor, on the other hand, received only 1,072 votes, while 416 were declared invalid. Tharoor conveyed his congratulations to Kharge for his victory, accepting his defeat. Outgoing Congress President Sonia Gandhi visited Kharge at his residence in New Delhi and congratulated him. She was accompanied by Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also greeted Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge on his election as party president and wished him a fruitful tenure. Kharge will take charge on 26th of October.
मुझे विश्वास है कि जैसे आपने मुझ पर भरोसा जताया है और गरीब परिवार में जन्मे एक सामान्य व्यक्ति को, एक सामान्य कार्यकर्ता को कांग्रेस का अध्यक्ष बनाया है, मैं आपके भरोसे पर खरा उतरने की पूरी कोशिश करूंगा.
The BJP today released its first list of 62 candidates for Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections. The party has fielded Chief Minister Jairam Thakur from his current constituency, Siraj. 5 women have also been named in the list of candidates. BJP has dropped 11 sitting MLAs, including a cabinet minister, and changed the seats of 2 ministers, Suresh Bharadwaj and Rakesh Pathania. 8 candidates belonging to scheduled tribes figure in the list. Himachal Pradesh Assembly has 68 seats. State Chief Minister Jairam Thakur filed his nomination from the Siraj seat today. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla called for formulation of a comprehensive action plan to make the tourist police more effective. He also suggested teaching them major foreign languages. He was addressing the National Conference on Tourist Police Scheme held in New Delhi. Birla emphasized on developing a mobile application that provides all relevant information to the tourists in multiple languages, including information on hotels, taxis, guides, and much more, and facilitate police assistance whenever needed. Birla stressed that there should be a zero-tolerance policy for incidents threatening safety and security of tourists.
मेरा मानना है कि जिस राज्यों ने पर्यटक पुलिस दल बनाया है उसका बहुत जल्दी स्थानांतरण नहीं होना चाहिए. एक लंबे समय तक उसकी ट्रेनिंग हो, उसकी कोशिश हो कि उनको अधिकतम लैंग्वेज अपन सिखा सकें. हमारे जो गाइड हैं, जितने गाइड हों उनको बहुभाषी लैंग्वेज के बारे में हमें प्रशिक्षण देने की आवश्यकता है. महिला गाइड होनी चाहिए. किस तरीके से केंद्र और राज्य मिलकर और हम अपराध मुक्त कोई भी घटना भारत के अंदर कोई विदेशी पर्यटक से न घटे, ऐसे अपने अपने राज्यों के अंदर इस बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस को अपनाने का काम करेंगे.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said no cause can justify terrorism of any kind. He underscored that fighting terrorism should be the global priority of every country in the world.
And the international cooperation to fight terrorism is far from being sufficiently organized to be effective in fighting terrorist organizations. That became a global affair. Terrorism is no longer a local issue in which people do things because of, wrong ideas they have at local level. Terrorism became a global phenomenon, and our instruments to address terrorism, to fight terrorism, are not effectively coordinated at global level.
On his maiden visit to India, Guterres on Wednesday paid homage to the martyrs of the 26/11 terrorist attack in Mumbai at the Hotel Taj in Kolaba area of South Mumbai. This was one of the targets of the attacks, in which over 166 individuals were killed. The UN Secretary General was accompanied by Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis, and Chief Secretary Manu Kumar Srivastava. A quick look at some other news that's making across the nation. Education and Skill Development Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has given the consent to start the process of public consultation on National Credit Framework. He approved this in a high-level meeting with the Preparation Committee of the National Credit Framework in Delhi. Minister for New and Renewable Energy and ISA Co-President R.K. Singh has said that the International Solar Alliance will raise the issue of climate finance for energy transition and energy access in developing countries at the upcoming 27th Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP27, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt next month. A hybrid terrorist, Imran Bashir, who was arrested following the death of two laborers in a grenade blast in Shopian, has been killed in an anti-terror operation in Jammu and Kashmir. The encounter started between terrorist and security forces in the Nagaon area of Shopian after 78 hours of civilian killings in the district. The Shopian encounter took place very close to the site where a Kashmiri Pandit was shot at. The Supreme Court has said that the famed Kamakhya temple atop Nilachal Hills at Guwahati in Assam is not being properly maintained. The Supreme Court bench comprising Justices Ajay Rastogi and C.T. Ravi Kumar said this while hearing a matter related to maintenance of the Kamakhya temple. The top court also said that cleanliness and hygiene cannot be compromised in any way. After an investigation spanning 15 years, 307 antiquities stolen and trafficked from various parts of India are to be repatriated by the United States. The antiquities have been valued at nearly $4 million, the majority of which were seized from disgraced art dealer Subhash Kapoor. Kapoor had helped traffic items from Afghanistan, Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and other countries. Now, time for a short break. We'll see you on the other side with more news.
आपके सांसद में इस बार देखिए 700 से अधिक फिल्मों में अपने अभिनय का लोहा मनवा चुके बॉलीवुड, टॉलीवुड और भोजपुरी सिनेमा के सुपरस्टार और गोरखपुर संसदीय सीट के युवा सांसद रवि किशन की कहानी उन्हीं की जुबानी।
गोरखपुर में और यूपी में का बात
जे कबो न रहल अब्बा
यूपी में सब्बा।
शुक्रवार शाम 7:30 बजे सिर्फ संसद टीवी पर।
यूपी में सब्बा।
Welcome back to the news. Now time for all the updates from the Russia-Ukraine war front. Russian President Vladimir Putin declared martial law in the 4 regions of Ukraine that Moscow annexed. He gave additional emergency powers to the heads of all regions of Russia. The order is effective starting Thursday. The upper house of Russia's parliament was set to quickly seal Putin's decision to impose martial law in the annexed Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk and Zaporizhia regions. Draft legislation indicates it may involve restrictions on travel and public gatherings, tighter censorship and broader authority of law enforcement agencies. Commander of Russian forces in Ukraine, General Sergei Srivastava has said that the situation in the southern region and the city of Kherson was very difficult. He alleged that Ukraine planned to attack infrastructure in the region, including a dam at the hydroelectric plant. He also said that Russian army would provide for the already announced safe transportation of the population under the relocation program. IAEA chief Rafael Grossi said he expected to return soon to Ukraine. He stated that consultations aimed at establishing the protection zone around the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant are continuing. He also expressed concern over detention of 2 Ukrainian staff from the nuclear plant, which is in one of the 4 regions that Russia has proclaimed to be annexed. The head of the UN nuclear watchdog said that Russian threats to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine could not be ruled out, but it was not an immediate possibility. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of using Iranian-made drones and said this showed Kremlin's recognition of its military and political bankruptcy. He said the drones will not help Russia strategically. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba reiterated his call for sanctions against Iran. He said that Ukraine has officially named Iran as an accomplice in the crimes of Russian aggression, war crimes, and Russian terrorism. The United States has expressed concern over Russia using Iranian drones in Ukraine. The White House said that it will continue to vigorously enforce all US sanctions on the Russian and Iranian arms trade to make it harder for Iran to sell weapons to Russia. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said that US will continue to stand with its partners against the Iranian threat and will continue to surge unprecedented security assistance. Now, time for other news from other parts of the globe. Food prices are rising in the United Kingdom at their fastest rate in over 40 years. Food costs jumped up to 14.5% in September, the biggest rise since 1980, with bread, cereal, meat and dairy prices all climbing as the cost of living crisis continues to squeeze household budgets. Here are more details.
The biggest jump in food prices since 1980 pushed British inflation back into double digits in September, matching a 40-year high hit in July in a new blow for households grappling with the cost of living crisis. The Office for National Statistics said the Consumer Price Index increased by 10.1% in annual terms in September. The pound slipped below $1.13 on the news and was last down 0.2% on the day. Food and non-alcoholic beverages prices were the biggest driver of inflation in September, as they rose by 14.5%, the biggest jump since April 1980, according to historic modelled estimates of the CPI. Hotel prices also increased in September. Rising core inflation, a measure that excludes volatile food and energy prices, hit a new 30-year high of 6.5%. Britain has been hit hard by the surge in European natural gas prices caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which has added to post-COVID supply, chain bottlenecks and labour shortages, creating an intense squeeze on living standards. Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt said the government will prioritise help for the most vulnerable while delivering wider economic stability and driving long-term growth. Bureau Report, Sansad TV.
A look at some more world news. British Prime Minister Liz Truss described herself as a fighter and not a quitter on Wednesday as she faced down a hostile opposition over her widely criticised economic plan. Truss attended her first session of Prime Minister's questions since new Treasury Chief Jeremy Hunt withdrew the tax-cutting package unveiled by her government less than a month ago. She apologised to the Parliament and admitted she made mistakes as the UK's head of government. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said he agreed with Russian President Putin to form a natural gas hub in Turkey. He told his AK party in parliament that Putin said Europe can obtain its gas supply from the hub in Turkey. Putin last week proposed Turkey as a base for gas supplies after the Nord Stream pipelines under the Baltic Sea were damaged last month by blasts. The European Union is, however, seeking to wean itself off Russian energy following the invasion of Ukraine. A bombing near the front gate of Myanmar's main prison for political detainees killed at least 8 people, including visitors and prison personnel. 5 people who were delivering parcels to prisoners and 3 prison staff were killed when 2 bombs exploded around 9:40 a.m. The blast occurred inside and outside of the parcel reception office near the main iron gate of Insane Prison in Yangon, the country's biggest city. US and South Korean military personnel held a large-scale river crossing exercise on Wednesday. About 1,000 troops, dozens of crawler equipment and military aircraft took part in the training at the Yeosu. Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Lee Yong-keon said the operation was carried out as part of the National Defense Drill. Iranian climber Elnaz Rakabi, who caused controversy by competing in an international contest without a veil, returned to Iran to cheering supporters. She told state media that she had climbed without a hijab unintentionally. Video showed a crowd of well-wishers cheering and clapping on a road at Tehran's airport as a vehicle carrying Rakabi drove away. Now time for all the latest from the world of sports. India's second and final warm-up game against New Zealand was abandoned without a ball being bowled due to persistent rain at the Gabba in Brisbane. In the 8th first round match of the World T20, West Indies defeated Zimbabwe by 31 runs. Indies posted 153 for 7 batting first. Zimbabwe were bowled out for 122. In response to SHAH'S comments regarding India's participation in the Asia Cup 2023, the Pakistan Cricket Board has said that if Asia Cup is shifted out of Pakistan, it could impact Pakistan's participation in the ICC Cricket World Cup in India 2023. Lakshya Sen moved to the pre-quarterfinals of the Denmark Open. He defeated Indonesia's Antony Sinisuka Ginting in straight games 21-16, 21-12. HS Pranoy too has made it to the last 16 of the Denmark Open. Pranoy defeated China's Zhao Zhongpeng in straight games 21-13, 22-20. In the women's singles, Saina Nehwal lost to China's Zhang Yimin. Zhang won the match 21-17, 19-21, 21-11. It's a wrap for the bulletin. Stay tuned to Sansad Television for all the updates. Good night.